Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to another session of your online class of 11th Standard Entrepreneurship Children. In this session, we are going to see about a new term called as intrapreneurship. An inside entrepreneur or an entrepreneur who is working within the firm, right? Who uses his entrepreneurial skills without incurring the risk associated with those activities, they are called as intrapreneurs. So, an entrepreneur is a person who is being innovative, who has the idea of initiative, and he starts up the firm, right? But this intrapreneur, he works within the firm, but he is also equally innovative as an entrepreneur. So, he is called as a corporate entrepreneur, which means he is working under somebody because he is not ready to take up the financial loss risk. Any kind of risk he is not ready to take up, but he is innovative. He can come up with great new ideas, right? So, there this intrapreneurship comes. So, intrapreneurs are usually employees within a company who are assigned a special idea or project and are instructed to develop the project like an entrepreneur would. So, they are usually employees. So, they are working in the enterprise and they are assigned a special idea or project. So, they are given some new idea and they have to come up with a new project like an entrepreneur will do. Okay, so that is their work. And intrapreneurs usually have the resources and capabilities of the firm at their disposal. So, they will be given a team of people to work along with them. So, they will decide what has to be done, how it has to be done, everything, all the rights will be given to them, and with that they will come up with a new proposal or the project. The intrapreneur's main job is to turn the special idea or project into a profitable venture of the company. So, that is the main job. So, whatever the special idea the business is having, that has to be turned out to a profitable venture, and that idea has to be worked out by an intrapreneur. Also called as corporate entrepreneurship. This is what I told you. This intrapreneur is called as an corporate entrepreneur and coined in the 1980s by management consultant Gifford Pinchot. Entrepreneurs are used by the companies that are in great need of new innovative ideas. So, this term corporate entrepreneurs, this was coined in 1980s by the management consultant Gifford Pinchot. Okay, he says that these people are the entrepreneurs used by the companies, okay, who needs new ideas and innovative ideas. An intrapreneur is someone who has an entrepreneurial streak. So, he has an entrepreneurial streak but chooses to align his or her talents with a large organization, in place of creating his or her own. So, this intrapreneur is equally qualified or equally capable like an entrepreneur, but instead of starting his or her own enterprise, they are just working in a large organization and they get paid for it. They just work as an employee in other organization. To the classic entrepreneur, this may be puzzling, but these are the growing class of 21st century employees. So, these people are now growing, right? Now, smart organizations will seek out individuals who like to invent, innovate and want to be on front lines of change. So, any organization when they want to give something new in the market always, when they want to find something new always or to bring a change in the market, right? They will definitely use this resource of an intrapreneur. These individuals can work independently, but even more independent can work seamlessly as a part of an integrated team structure and also effectively embrace and embody the culture of the entrepreneur's host organization. So they are very well capable to work in the team, and when they give them the full freedom to decide on their own, they will definitely come up with an excellent project or a new idea. Intrapreneurs are most successful when management empowers and supports them. So management should give them all the powers that is required for their position. They should support them on all the decisions they make. So on that perspective or at that point, they will definitely be successful. And in turn, the intrapreneurs represent the best interest of their organizations while earning the respect of corporate peers. So when they are getting more respect from their peers, from their friends group, the group of employees around them, they also give their best to the organization. So why is this intrapreneurship necessary? Why should I say I am an entrepreneur on my own? I will be able to innovate. I can do it on my own self. Why should I have someone else to do this for me? Let's see. It is the best way to retain the talented staff. Yes? Then otherwise, most of them will just quit and develop these ideas on their own. So what will happen if we are not going to encourage them? Why should I have this person? If I think that way, what will happen? He will move away from my company. He will start his own, and what is going to happen? He is going to be a competitor to me. Why should I go for that? If I have him in my concern, yes, I'm not going to have any competitor for now, at least. Yes, that should be the thing. So otherwise, most of them will just quit and develop their ideas on their own. It will be a win-win situation for both the organization and the talented employees. So when we retain them with us, it is going to be win-win situation. So it is going to be advantageous for both the enterprise and also for this talented employee. So that is why this intrapreneurship is necessary. Now we are going to see about Google's Entrepreneurship program. Through this Google Entrepreneurship program, all the employees are empowered and encouraged to spend 20% of their time on projects that interest them and that they think will benefit Google and their customers. So during the work hours of the employees in Google, okay, so whatever being their work hours, 20% of that, see for example, if their work hours is going to be 40 hours per week, okay, which means 8 hours per day. On that case, they are given 20% of that, which means 40 hours per week, then it means that 8 hours per week will be given to them to decide on a new project. They will come up with new ideas, right? So on that case, what will happen? So every week they will get 8 hours to work for that, okay? So what I am telling, if it is going to be a 40-hour work for a week, so 40 hours of work 1 week, okay? So of this 40 hours, 20%, okay? 20% of 40 hours is equal to 8 hours. So this 8 hours they can spend for yes. So they will spend their 20%, 8 hours time on the projects that will interest them. Whatever they find it to be interest, okay? So which is very interestly, like people will like this when they feel on some project, and also when they think that definitely when we launch this product, this is going to be profitable for Google. Yes, they will sit and develop ideas on that. And the Google Innovation Time Off Intrapreneurship program has a formal process for their selection of entrepreneurial projects. So Google itself has a program called Innovation Time Off for these intrapreneurs. So they will be given a deadline to submit their new ideas. When they submit and when the particular project is being selected, right, they will award them, or that idea will be taken into account, and that product will be launched by Google. So that is how this Gmail, many activities of Google have come up. So we will see that Intrapreneurship program has a formal process for their selection of entrepreneurial projects, right? For the formal evaluation process, so they will choose the projects, they will select, and then that will be evaluated in the next level, and then monitoring of each Google approved entrepreneurial project. So after that, when it is being launched, it will be monitored. For a Google employee to participate in the program, he or she needs to submit a project proposal within a timeline. So they will provide a timeline within which it has to be submitted by a Google employee, and then he will be participating in this program. It is critical to note that several of Google's newest products and services such as Gmail, Google News, Orkut and AdSense were all originated through this program. So through this innovation time of program, Intrapreneurship program, these products were launched by Google. Yes, even the Gmail we use regularly now. Gmail, Google News, Orkut and AdSense, all these are used. All these were launched by this Google's Intrapreneurship program. And in India also, Marico, manufacturers of parachute oil, hair oil, Saffola, Kaya Skin Clinic Industries have institutionalized innovation awards where they receive 30 to 40 entries every year for innovations across the spectrum, including factories, brands, sales and HR, virtually covering the whole organization. So all these manufacturing companies, Marico, Saffola, Kaya Skin Clinic, all these people, what they do every year, okay, they receive 30 to 40 entries like this. They give opportunity to their own employees to come up with new ideas. So they are getting it not only from one particular department. Each and every department is being engaged in that. So let us take for example, they are taking it into factories, the branding department, the sales department, HR department, all these, right? So the entire industry or the entire company is covered into this program, and the company believes that there will be failures, and unless one is ready to fail, one can never succeed. So these companies give chance. They know that there could be failures, but then they also understand that without failing, no one can definitely succeed. So that is where this Intrapreneurship program is being encouraged by the bigger organizations. Kinetic Engineering Limited is a flagship company of Firodia Group of companies, one of the pioneering groups in automobiles in India, founded in 1972 by Mr. H.K. Firodia. The company encourages employees to use their time efficiently for innovation in its upcoming products. The Kinetic Zing model of bicycle was the idea of an employee working in the corporation. So this is how many organizations encourage their employees to come up with new ideas in such a way that a new product will also be launched by the organization. So it is profitable for the employee and also profitable for the organization. And what are the consequences we will face if we are not encouraging this intrapreneurship? So as we have seen in the previous heading, is entrepreneurship necessary? In that we have seen that if we are going to encourage an intrapreneur, it is going to be a win-win situation for both organization and also for the employee. If we are not going to encourage him, he will move out of this organization and he will start his own, which is going to be a competition for us itself. So the classic case of entrepreneurs is that of the founders of Adobe, John Warnock and Charles Jesk. They both were employees of Xerox. Xerox was a company, As employees, they were frustrated because their new products ideas were not encouraged. They quit Xerox in the early 1980s to begin their own business, and currently Adobe has an annual turnover of over $3 billion. Yes, so these two people, John Warnock and Charles Geschke, they were working with Xerox. Xerox was the company, and there they were not happy because their new ideas was not taken in the company. No one accepted their new ideas. So what they did, they just moved out of company, and in 1980s they started their own company, which is Adobe, successful today. Yes, we have various products of Adobe online which we use in system. Adobe PDF we are viewing, right? Adobe Reader, Adobe Photoshop. We have varieties of products from Adobe. Everyone is using that. So on that case, Adobe is having an annual turnover of $3 billion. So this is the loss the Xerox company has faced. If this Xerox company had taken the idea of these people, what would have happened? Xerox would have earned more profit, and these people would have not started their own venture, right? So that is how entrepreneurship should definitely be encouraged for an existing enterprise to be successful. With this, we have come to the end of this lesson, children. See you soon in another new chapter in next session. Thank you. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.